What's going on, everybody? Dan Karpuk here for TrendsCenter. This is Trender Trap for Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. As always, 3 games, 3 trends to discuss, and I'm going to determine whether they are trends to tail or traps to fade. We have 3 MLB games for today's action, including an early afternoon game. So let's get right into it with the Orioles at the Twins. This is at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Shane Baz, 4-11 with a 3.76 ERA versus Zebby Matthews, 5-8 with a 5.23 ERA. Per TrendsCenter, home teams have gone 11-1 on the money line. That's 91.67% for 10.13 units of profit against the Orioles, with Shane Baz starting this season. So is this a trend to tail with the Twins minus 120 or a trap to fade with the Orioles plus 100? I'm going to say that this is a trap. I'm going to go with Baltimore here on the money line. So Shane Baz essentially grades out as an average pitcher with an assortment of advanced profile metrics, some good, some bad. Notably, he's allowed a lot of hard contact, though, ranking in the 14th percentile of average exit velo and 22nd percentile in hard hit rate. The Twins don't necessarily excel at the plate in that regard, and even though they did tag Baz for 4 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings back in the first series of the year, I'm going to give Baz the edge here on the mound, as he's gone 7 straight starts without giving up more than 3 earned runs in 2 or less in 6 of the last 7. Overall, Baz's 3.82 ERA on the road isn't much worse than his 3.69 ERA at home, and I'm willing to put some faith in him in this matchup. That's because Zebby Matthews is pitching on the other side. He's allowed 3 or more earned runs in 5 of his last 6 starts, and he's pitched to his 7.28 ERA in that span. He grades out as a below-average starter with a 15th percentile pitching run value per Baseball Savant, and he's allowed a lot of hard contact with a 35th percentile hard contact rate, 11th percentile average exit velo, and 4th percentile barrel rate. As someone who also has low strikeout, whiff, and chase rates as well, I like Baltimore's hitting upside in this one, even after all of the trades that they made. The O's do rank first in hard hit rate, first in average exit velo, and 8th in barrel rate on the season. Even though they did trade away those guys, I do have to mention that just because Zebby Matthews does give up a lot of hard contact. Minnesota's bullpen also owns the 4th worst ERA in the majors at 4.85, so that's another area of weakness for them. I'm going to take a shot on Baltimore in this one in a matchup between 2 pretty bad teams that are out of the playoff picture at the moment. Moving forward to the Guardians at the Tigers at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. Foster Griffin, 12-4 with a 3.31 ERA versus Framber Valdez, 7-7 with a 4.17 ERA. Per TrendsCenter, this season, Foster Griffin's teams, the Nationals and the Guardians, have gone 15-3 on the money line. That's 83.33% for 14.52 units of profit, with him starting in an over-under of 8 or higher. Of course, last time out, that lost because he was 15-2 before that, and I'll get into that in a second. But is this a trend with the Guardians at plus 110 or a trap with the Tigers minus 130? It really pains me to say this, but I think this is a trap as well. Even though he got traded to the Guardians, how dare the Nationals? I refuse to let Foster Griffin Day die, however. We might need to make it fade Foster Griffin Day in this instance, but he has, we love Foster Griffin over here. He allowed 5 earned runs on 7 hits in 4 innings en route to a 13-6 loss to the Mets in his first start for his new team on Thursday. However, in this matchup against Detroit, grades out as a decent one, I'd say. Unfortunately for Griffin's fan club, myself included, the Guardians have been abysmal against left-handed pitching all season, ranking 28th in average, 29th in slugging, and 28th in OPS against southpaws. Valdez has either been very good or very bad in his starts this year, with little in between, which makes him really annoying to project. But he's coming off back-to-back quality starts against the Athletics and Mariners, in which he allowed 2 and then 0 earned runs over 7 innings in each. I'm going to back the Tigers in this spot, and I think that that's the way to go. We're going to keep Foster Griffin Day intact, though. We just might need to make it a Patrick Corbin Day-esque type of day in this case. But let's go to the Mets and the Braves to finish up here. 7:15 Eastern for first pitch. It is Zach Thornton for the Mets, 3-2 with a 2.52 ERA versus Tyler Mahle, 3-9 with a 4.83 ERA. Per TrendsCenter since July 8th, the Braves have gone 11-0 on the money line, perfect 100% for 11.42 units in the third game or later in a series. So is this a trend with the Braves minus 160 or a trap with the Mets plus 135? So the Braves dominate late in series. I'm going to say that this is a trend to tail with them minus 160. And basically, we're gonna go on the hypothesis here that new team means new Tyler Mahle. He was awesome in his first start with the Braves on Friday, allowing just 3 hits and 6 shutout innings with 9 strikeouts and 2 walks on the road against the Yankees. It was his second straight start, striking out 9 batters, and he punched out that number of Padres the game before, right before he was traded by the Giants. While his strikeout and swing and miss numbers are not good on the season, he is above average at avoiding hard contact and will be backed by one of the league's best bullpens in this one. Thornton's numbers through 39 and a third innings at the major league level aren't really indicative of his full advanced profile. Despite having a 2.52 ERA, he has a 4.63 xERA, which is just the 29th percentile, and it ranks in the 16th percentile or worse in XBA, fastball velocity, whiff rate, and strikeout rate. Not only that, but he ranks below average in hard hit metrics, and this is the kind of matchup where some negative regression could come into play. I think Atlanta's going to explode in this matchup at the plate, and I'm going to say that this perfect trend is going to stay perfect in this one. So with all that being said, 2 traps in my opinion and 1 trend to tail on today's slate. Let me know what you think I got wrong, what you agree with, and what you're going to tail on this slate. And as always, enter code POD50 POD50 for 50% off your first month of premium access over at TrendsCenter. This is the last week I'm running this promo, so take advantage. POD50 POD50 for 50% off your first month. I'll be right back here tomorrow with another episode of Trend or Trap. Best of luck on all of your bets today.